Hey guys, what's going on? Well, if you follow me on Facebook, you've seen this 2007 Ford F-150 that I'm doing the spark plugs on. And I just thought I'd make a little video of how the little extractor tool works. I got mine from Snap-on. It's 115 bucks. You can get them a lot cheaper, but Snap-on guy was there. I needed it this evening. He had one on the truck, so I bought it. And they got a good guarantee and all that good stuff. And I trust the Snap-on stuff. But anyway. So here is the 5.4 Triton 3 valve. This is a 2007 model, and this one has 120,000 miles on the original plugs. So it's gone quite a ways without having any plugs changed. I've gotten cylinder number 1 done right here. That one's done. Coil's back on and everything. Here's the one I'm working on, and I just got the broken plug out. So far, both of these have broken. And as you can see there, I got it all out. Nothing's in there, which is good. Here's the other two that I have soaking with choke and carb cleaner. That one's going to be a pain back there. Hopefully everything goes all right. But anyway, here's the tool. Like I said, I've seen this tool for 59 bucks, but mine was 115. Basically, this is what happens to the plugs. They break off right here. Like so. This part of the spark plug remains stuck in the cylinder head due to carbon buildup. This part of the plug comes out. Here's how this tool works. This crushes all the porcelain, everything that would prevent your extractor tool from getting on the broken part of the spark plug in there. Creates an opening in it. Basically, the way this works is these threads screw down into the spark plug threads, tightens down, and then, well, it's a little tight now because anyway, this is 2 pieces. Normally this would be backed out, and this pusher part here would be back inside the tool. You take your 15 millimeter and you thread this down, which pushes this little pusher out here, and it creates an opening in the broken part of the spark plug. Then what you do, this is a reverse thread puller. This taps its own threads into the broken part of the spark plug. Then you stick the little sleeve inside the spark plug hole. The cylinder head slides right in. I can show you here. Right like so. This then slides in like that. And what you do is you take your 11 millimeter up top here, tighten this down, put good pressure on it, and it'll screw its own threads into the broken part of the spark plug. And that'll hold it securely. Then you turn this nut counterclockwise, again it's reverse threads, and this pushes against the sleeve here and pulls the broken part of the spark plug right out. I highly recommend letting it soak at least a few hours though with carbon choke cleaner, just to reduce the risk of you not being able to get it out at all, especially on high mileage engines like this one here. He does a lot of country driving though. It's almost all highway driving, no city at all. So I think that's kind of what helped it out a little bit better. It was setting misfire codes, and it would misfire under load at low RPM range when the torque converter is locked. For example, like 3rd gear around 30 miles an hour. In 4th gear anywhere from 40 to 55 miles an hour. Other than that, it runs fine. It is a little low on power, so I'm hoping that the spark plugs will help fix that. I put a new fuel filter and a new air filter on it. So we're kind of going through and doing a major 100,000 mile tune-up here. Anyway, I just thought I would give you all a little look at how this extractor tool works. It is very well worth it if you're going to do this job. It's an absolute must-have. Patience is the key here. Don't rush. Take your time. So otherwise you're going to have to pull the cylinder heads off if you can't get them out with this extractor. Let those plugs soak as long as you need to. The other thing too is when you're pulling these plugs out initially, work them back and forth. Spray some carbon choke cleaner, like you see right there, into the spark plug holes, and make sure you get it well above the socket here. That's a 9/16 that you're going to need, and you're going to need a fairly deep well too. So Make sure your carbon choke cleaner covers the hex up there, and work it back and forth. You know, loosen it, turn it back about a quarter turn, then tighten it an eighth turn, then go back another quarter and an eighth, or a half turn and a quarter, etc. You get the idea. One of the ways you can tell if it's broken or not is if you got to use an extreme amount of torque to get these plugs out, and then all of a sudden they kind of break loose and you hear a grinding sound. That's this porcelain inside the spark plug just breaking up, and most likely you have broken the plug. You might as well just back it back out. But if it seems to be coming out smoothly and you hear like some squeaking sounds, your plug may not be broke. Take it easy, work it back and forth, use plenty of carbon choke cleaner, and let them soak. That's the whole key to this thing, is letting it soak. Taking your time and having lots of patience. Anyway, hope you found this interesting. And I hope the rest of these spark plugs go okay. The other tip I thought I'd give you here, last little note, is take this little control module out. I do not know if this is a PCM. I believe it's a PCM/ECM, but I'm not sure. Anyway, you'll need 10 millimeters to take that and the bracket out that it sits on, and it makes it so much easier to get to these back plugs. For what little time it takes to get that off, it'll save you a lot of time in the future. Go ahead and unplug the injectors, unplug all the coils, just get that wiring harness out of your way. Makes it a lot easier to get to. This side is not quite as difficult. The only problem here is you got this power steering fluid reservoir in the bracket, but that doesn't take much to get off, and it's pretty much the same thing. So, for those of you who plan on doing this job, hope this comes in handy. So far, so good here. I'm just going by what I've read on Ford F-150 forums and that, and so far it's been great. But hope this helps you out. Hope you find it interesting, and I will see you all later.